Hi, I'm Kate, and this is the Curious Collective podcast. Designed for the conscious community, these conversations create an awareness around holistic approaches to live your best life. Tap into the knowledge and wisdom of our guests to extract what you need to heal, transform, and live your true soulful self. Welcome to episode 1. You get me for episode 1, Kate Chisholm. And what I want to talk to you about today is why I have created this podcast, and also just introduce you to the format that we'll be following just over the duration of however long we end up having this podcast for. So why the Curious Collective? I am curious, and I know that a lot of you are too. Curious to know what is out there, curious to know what you might be able to try that can better your life. So the guests that I'll be having on are people that work in the holistic health space. So healers, chiropractors, kinesiologists, craniosacral therapy, aromatherapy, yoga instructors, people that have had their own experiences and their own awakenings and have come into this beautiful holistic spiritual world through all different ways to have a wealth of experience in all different matters to share with you. So the first couple of conversations are really amazing. They're around feminine wisdom, numerology, astrology, human design. There's just so much out there. And sometimes because there is so much out there, you don't know where to start. You're at a bit of a bear at the edge of the forest, not sure which path to take. So be curious, join us, listen to these conversations and take what you need. So when our guests come on, I'll be asking them only 3 questions, and the rest of the conversation will be intuitively guided. So I'm going to ask myself those 3 questions now and just see where that goes. I haven't planned this at all, but I do know what it is that I want to share with all of you that comes from my heart. So introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about what it is that you do. So hi everyone, I'm Katie Chisholm. I am a creator of communities. So I bring people together to be in a safe space. So what does conscious community mean? This is a community where you can be seen, heard, valued, where you can share your experiences and what's going on for you in a non-judgmental space. I have one of these online, but also planning to do lots of face-to-face events just to get people together. There are so many people out there that want more from this life, that are ready to do the work, try the things, be curious. And I want to bring those people together. If we can't do it face-to-face, we have this beautiful internet to help us with that. How I got into this space was through aromatherapy. So I have been in the military for 21 years. I joined when I was 18 years old, and I continue to serve on a part-time basis now. And so I've always lived a very masculine energy life. So do the things, get what you need to done, go, go, go. Only recently have I found my flow or my feminine energy. All of us, male and female, have feminine and masculine energy. So I'm now learning this about myself, and it's really cool. I've also discovered through holistic practices how to connect to my own breath, how to feel my own energy, how to understand my own energy. And that in turn has helped me to understand and feel other people's as well. So, when you go into a room and someone's in there and you can just feel their angst or anxiety, you can feel it in them straight away. So you might be able to say a few words that help to bring them down or help to ground them straight away. Like, hi, it's really great to see you. I haven't seen you in so long, da, 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 da. They might have been anxious or nervous about you coming, but you've felt their energy as you've gone in. Everything in this whole world is energy. So learning how that works within your own body helps you to understand how it works in the outer world. So I work with aromatherapy, I work with bioresonance frequency, and I am also a super connector. So I love to bring people together, and I love to connect people to practitioners or holistic health modalities that might be good for them, based on their needs and what's going on for them. So that is who I am and what I do. And this podcast is part of that. The second question that I'll be asking the guests is, how did you get into what you do? And for me, it is the oils, the gateway. I call it my gateway drug. And some of my oils team call me their dealer because essential oils are really amazing. They helped to improve my sleep. They helped me to connect to and integrate emotions that I was feeling. They helped me to reduce pain, any pain that's in the body. They're really amazing. And they were what got me into yoga. It was my next step. So I found a really amazing yoga teacher. Her name is Ainsley. And she's really great at helping you to connect to your breath. Previously, when I'd done yoga, I'd been like, oh, it's an hour of my time. I could be doing X, Y, Z, something else. My mind would never stop. It was constantly going, thinking of all the things. Ainsley invited us to connect to our breath and our energy and spoke into particular energy centers within the body. So the movement combined with the connecting to breath and the movement and flow of energy through the body throughout the yoga class helped to shift and move stuck energy in my body and enabled me to get to where I am today. I have my own yoga practice, personal practice now that I do daily, but then also getting along to classes whenever I can and trying out new instructors too. I have become what I might call myself a little bit of a spiritual or holistic health junkie. So I do like to try a lot of different things. But I think that's going to be really important work with this podcast too, because that's going to help to bring to all of you the different modalities that are out there. So if you know of someone really amazing that's made huge transformation for you in your life, let me know and I'll connect with that person. And then the last question that I ask is going to be, if people were wanting to get into doing what you're doing, what advice have you got for them? And my advice is just to listen into this podcast and listen into the ones that pop out for you and then the stories that you might resonate with you. And just take out, there might be one line in the podcast that is transformational for you, that you're like, oh, wow, penny drops. And you're like, I never even considered that. And our second guest that we've got, Christina, she talks about following the breadcrumbs. And that's what it's about. It's about living a really reflective life, living so that something happens for you. And, it might be an altercation with someone. It might be your car breaking down. And you can go, what is it? Why is this happening for me? What can I learn from this? What can I explore with this? Who can I talk to about this? And that's why it's great to have a conscious community and soul tribe and connected people that understand where you're at and where you're wanting to go, other curious souls, so that you can share with them. This happened the other day and this is how I reacted. I wonder why I did that. Get curious. Also, what I really want to talk to you about at the end here is why I call my business The Power Within. This is really important to me because I know that within every single person on this planet, there is an amazing innate wisdom and power within you. Sometimes there's just so many layers and so much conditioning and so much going on that you've lost touch with who that is. So I highly encourage you to get curious, listen into our podcast, and find that power within you again. Find that innate wisdom, tap into it. It might feel like a far-fetched idea right now, but I know through personal experience that the more you listen to yourself, the more you're comfortable being with yourself, the more that comes through. So thank you all so much for listening to our first episode. And thank you so much for being a part of the Curious Collective community. Until next time, bye for now.